She let her call me baby, but I do not need a setter. People at the bank see me run as a faucet. She gave me the that's a faucet. Down in the chips, then went all in. Throwing up the gang, ain't no bomb. Working, that's the promise. Going big, going.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New England Patriots. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. It'll be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Done. 180. Hey, empty.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
They go play action here on first down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
At the 17-yard line.
And into the red zone now. And, Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points. So you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes. Make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Now this time, Wentz will throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to face a third down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Joseph now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay. Early lead in that one for the Packers. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Now a play fake here on first down. Open here, Adam Thielen. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start.
15, run. 15, run.
Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Watch his flat.
Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good. That middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
2 yards on the pickup.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Push him back. Push him back.
Now a give coming right is Breida. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Matt Breida, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
He's crashing.
Trey 15. Trey 15. Topper. Watch out.
Now a handoff looking right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Danny. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
Grip.
Switch. No. Off. Kill.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Kill. Hey, echo. Here, shift.
Wentz now to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. DK Metcalf. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Joseph on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Joseph now to kick this one away.
Here we go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Kendrick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Back to throw. Kendrick. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And again this time to the tailback. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Throwing is Wentz. His throw caught at about the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. A great play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that?
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs.
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand. You want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
It smelled terrible. Throwing after the interception. Kendrick, check down to Breida. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Hey, foxtrot. Be dribble.
Looking to throw. Kendrick. And this is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Kendrick. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
82.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. Yeah, he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's 1st down from the 42. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
It's just me and you. Bring it to you.
Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go, boy. Bring it up.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the end. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
at the 47-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 10-2 stop.
Here we go, here we go.
Hey, high 7.
95, Mike, watch 95. Watch the run. Check 37.
Let go.
On 1st and 10, Kendrick. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
58's the Mike. 58's the Mike.
5-9.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Matt Breida with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game, as his guys are back within a single score. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Wentz now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. Shotgun now for Wentz. Going to throw right side here. Complete. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Wentz now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
He's coming, double up.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
To the sideline and incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. So, boy, that's already the third they burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
Let's go, baby. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, ball's out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Breida. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce him, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so...
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to have to put a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
Bravo! Yes!
Give me that ball, defense! Give me that ball! Give me that ball, defense!
Throwing on 3rd and long. Kendrick. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 25-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They run again with Breida. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. From the gun, Kendrick. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey, Delta.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Throwing now is Wentz. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think someone's going to get into QB 1-0 when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That would be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Check
Wentz. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off at his own 46. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Here's Wentz to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. Wentz. And this will be incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey! 95 is Mike. Hey, exit. Watch the screen. Let's go.
2nd and 11. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
10 logo. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Snap.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On 1st down, Wentz. He'll find Metcalf. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping. Go.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 20-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
But sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now Wentz. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Now Wentz. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown ground. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good, we're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Extra point up and through, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Joseph now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Breida. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Let's get it.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They run with Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Check. 3 down. 95's a sand. No, check. He's Mike. Hey, I'm coming. Buzz. 95's Mike. What's 95? Wait. Coming to you. 95. Get it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Kendrick. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check.
And to give this time to the tailback. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Here we go. Ready? Silver.
Now they try the right side here. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the out. Slim.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 180!
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.